If time is money, how much are you charging by the hour? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. I have read an article by a gentleman named Anthony Moore that is just unbelievably great. I'm not going to change a word because it says some great stuff, so let's go. He starts off by saying, pretend your time is worth $1,000 an hour. Would you spend 5 of them doing extra work for free? Would you waste 1 on being angry? But what if you placed a high value on your time? How would that change you? Your life, your family, your future? Imagine that an hour of your time is worth $1,000. What would your life look like? What people would you stop putting up with? What problems would you stop wasting time on? What things would you stop and start doing? Your results would be incredible. You'd become exponentially more productive, focused, and effective. And in the words of best-selling author Jeff Goins, the most successful people I know are not busy. They're focused. Unquote. Are you focused, making tangible action steps towards what truly matters, or are you just busy? Most people prize being busy. They proclaim it with pride as if it's a badge of honor. But for most people, this busyness is nothing more than distraction and procrastination from what really matters. They just like feeling busy. For world-class performers, busyness and stress are the enemy. They're a sign you're off track. It means you've been lazy and undisciplined and have let too many unimportant tasks take you away from what really matters. Deep work means absolutely not tolerating distractions and producing monumental quality and quantity in a very short time. I'm going to step away from the article for a second, and immediately my thought was the end of a football game when you're behind in the score, then they go to the no huddle offense and they're throwing the ball downfield and they're going for big objectives right here, right now. That's what we're talking about with deep work. Okay? This is how you can complete far more in focused efforts than unfocused efforts with far more time. Do you want incredible productivity? Then cultivate extreme focus with whatever you do. If you don't manage your time, it will manage you. Mindset. You teach people how to treat you. If you let people know your time is free and low value, people will treat it as such. But if you teach people that your time is expensive, important, and valuable, then people will respond in kind. Steve Jobs also shared this mentality. Decades ago, Jobs was quoted, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that are there. You have to pick carefully. I'm actually as proud of the things we haven't done as the things I have done. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." Unquote. This process of weeding out the merely good for the truly great opportunities is easier when you value your time at $1,000 an hour. Anything you can honestly justify doing for $1,000 an hour is probably a good thing. Most people have a to-do list. Do-do. Valuable people have a to-don't list. Arrogance versus self-esteem. So one of the things that I want to preach to you here, because this article was so good, is you need to value your time tremendously. And when you do that, you're able to separate the things that you don't need to do from the things that you do, and you will accomplish more. One of the questions that I always used to ask my people and ask myself, quite frankly, is what's the most important thing that I can be doing right now, this minute? All right, does that make sense? So I read you this article because it was so good just as it was, and I didn't want to change a thing, but it makes a good point. So mentoring doesn't mean coming up with the ideas all by yourself. Sometimes it means stealing an idea from somebody else to move the cause forward. So especially, once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Anthony Moore for this great article that I have read to you. And because we'll never end a meeting on a philosophical note, let's get out there and take charge of our time and charge! I'm Eli's dad.